How's it going, everyone?
It's Sam. I am pretty excited because we're actually seeing some green in the market today. This was an insane day where we saw massive volatility. We saw stocks go down 10, 20, 30% today at the lows. We saw stocks that have been down already 50%, still falling those percentages. We saw Square, one of the most stable companies that's been around in the tech sector recently, fall down 13% at one point. Tesla fell into the 550s, 540s. The stock market has just been very volatile. However, I want to talk to you today about a stock that I think a lot of people have forgotten about, honestly. It's one that I added to this week just yesterday. I pushed it out to my Patreon members talking about how I was buying, how I thought it was kind of a steal, and now it's actually the stock that's up most in my 60 stock watch list, and it's one that actually is still at a very good value, I think, right now. So before it's too late, you might want to take a look at this one. If you guys want to get this information earlier, you can check out Patreon down below. Like I said, I was pointing this out yesterday, and it wasn't like I just said that I was buying it. Like I said here that I was buying it at 1404. It's LifeMD, and I'll explain it here in a second. I gave an update on it. They gave updated guidance. I'll talk about it here in a second. But in case you guys want that faster, you could have bought here at 13.50 today. You could have bought 14 yesterday. In case you guys want that, there is a link down there to the Patreon. I've been very active, like as active as I've been on YouTube. I've been that or more in the Patreon, I think, this week. I've been trying to be there for as many people as possible as we're going through the rough times, the turbulent times, trying to provide like a little bit of guidance. Of course, I can't give financial advice, but this one, again, this one's going to be one that you're going to want to take a look at before it's too late because honestly, LifeMD, again, this used to be CVLB or CLVB, whatever it was, Conversion Labs. It was at $30 to $31 a share before. Now it's down about 46%. Their price to sales ratio is getting very attractive. So right now, the share price is $16.50. We'll get into it in a second here. But if you guys don't mind hitting the like button, I really appreciate that. It helps out the channel a lot, especially with so much red in the market. If you guys can do something nice today for me, I really appreciate that. There's also a link down there to Webull. In case you want to sign up, get some free stocks. You can get up to $1,850. Just deposit $100. They're also giving shares away for Google. So Google is like $2,000 a share right now. You can enter a chance to win Google. Sorry, it's been a long day apparently, but you can take a look at that if you're interested. There's also a link down there to BlockFi in case you want to gain some interest on your cryptocurrencies or just sitting on some cash in there. So it's technically stablecoin. It's tied to the US dollar though. I have a lot of money in there. I was answering some questions about it on the live stream. I really like it. Definitely check that out. And there is that link down there to Patreon. Again, you can just click on the link. It will bring you to the Patreon site. You can sign up for there. I tell everyone what I'm buying and selling. Been buying a lot this week, and now it's starting to actually pay off. So we're looking at Conversion Labs, LifeMD. This company is one that's in the telehealth sector. It's a growing sector, but it's traded off a lot this week. So it kind of makes sense because it had grown so quickly here. They have been growing very quickly, but right now they just gave updated guidance today on their revenue. So they are expecting Q1 2021 to exceed 17 million in revenue. Now that's a run rate of 68 million. Take a look at their market cap now, 385. So that gives them a price to sales ratio that's right around 5 to 6, which honestly is not that high compared to some of these other growth stocks because remember, this company is growing revenues very quickly. And I'll show you here, they have been growing revenues 100% plus. So from 2018 to 2019, they grew from 8.3 to 12.5. Now they grew and tripled in 1 year. So they went from 12.5 to 38. Now they're saying that they're expecting to pretty much double at least this year, at least. And that's just based on the first quarter of revenue. So most likely even more than that. So it's growing very quickly. It's selling at a discount now. Honestly, I'm considering buying more before the market closes here. But they're expecting subscriptions to represent more than 80% of total revenue. So they have a couple different things. They have Shapiro MD, which is for hair loss. They have this telemedicine brand for men. This is for ED. They also have some other stuff here, skincare tech and dermatology. Then they have the LifeMD side. where this can go, I think it could go back up to where it was before, honestly. Now, it just depends on how long we have to wait. I was buying more at the 14 range. I bought some at 25, or 22. I got in around the 22 to 25 mark originally, rode it all the way down, bought more. It's not like I doubled my position, but I did average down a little bit. Of course, this one could sell off more. We saw a lot of the biotech sector sell off, but it's having good results today because of this updated guidance. Now, some other stocks that I see in the market, because I had a lot of people ask me, okay, like if you had 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, whatever, to invest in the market and you only had so much money, what would I invest in? Well, I'll pull it up here in a second, but honestly, there have been a lot of deals this week that have been fire sales. Like even though some of these keep on falling down, some SPACs have been at like the redemption value. And that is just an insane amount of potential there and very limited downside. So I have been adding a lot more into these SPACs, and I have a portfolio reveal this weekend, and it's from a few days ago. So, try not to give me too much flack on that, but I just didn't have enough time to do another portfolio video. But there is a lot of potential in some companies. Now, you could go biotech, but these could also fall more if there's more of a market sell-off. What I'm looking to do is adding more to these SPACs that are almost at their redemption value. So I've been doing that all week. Let's take a look at some of the general market today. I've been adding GHVI. I really like that one long term. Even where it is now, I would add that. If I only had $1,000, I would make probably a third of the portfolio that. I'd be picking up a lot of these growth plays that are highly beaten down. Now, I wouldn't buy biotech, like I said, just because it could fall more. I really like SFTW, and it's still sitting around that $10 to $11 share price. So you can see here it's almost at $11.50 now. So it's coming up a lot. We've been buying all the way down at $10.30. I'd buy some of this, honestly. And then I would sprinkle in some other SPAC. Of course, there's a higher risk, I guess, with the SPAC market because they're some of the first ones to sell off, but there's so much upside and very limited downside. Of course, some other stocks are presenting a good value, but that's kind of my thought right now. I mean, there's so much available in the market. I don't want to say like buy this, this, and this. First of all, I can't say that. But second of all, like there's just so much potential right now. It'd be stupid for me to say this stock is the best opportunity because there's so much opportunity. Like it's like you're in a candy store and everything's half off or 30% off. So if you have cash, there's a lot out there. Now, of course, do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a stock analyst. I hope you guys have a good weekend. I hope that you can relax a little bit. This has been a stressful week for a lot of people. If you guys want, there is that link down there to BlockFi. If you guys want some interest on your cryptocurrencies or on stablecoin, you can check out that link down below. If you guys want to check out Webull, you can definitely check that out down below too. Thank you guys very much. I really appreciate it. If you guys want to check out the Patreon and get access to updates a little bit faster, I mean, I've been buying the whole dip, so I don't want to sit here and say, like I've done everything perfectly. Obviously, I would have waited until today at the very low point to buy anything, but you can't time out the dips. Let me know your thoughts on that down below. Do you think we've hit the bottom? Thank you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video.